Hi, this is Yves from Ultimate Lovers, and today I'd like to talk about what I would call cock yoga, basically for guy masturbating without ejaculating. And the reason why is that this kind of practice actually really helps a guy to connect with his body again, and also to learn how to be more present with himself. And this will greatly influence when he has sex with a woman or with his partner, to stay present also with what's happening at that time. So in tantric circles, it's kind of normal to talk about having sex or being sexual without having a peak orgasm, as I would call it. A peak orgasm meaning ejaculating for the guy, or a clitoral orgasm for the woman. But besides, like outside for the, let's say, normal world, having sex or being sexual without ejaculating actually sounds unfinished almost. And when I advise guys to learn to play with themselves without coming, or when I sort of challenge them to do that for a week or so, often they come back with me with kind of stories that they're really frustrated and they missed it, or they played to themselves and they came anyway. So I realized that the step from always coming when you're having sex or masturbating to not coming at all may be a little bit too big. So what you can also do, if you're interested in this, is doing cock yoga, playing with yourself with, you can come, but just see if you can play with yourself for a little bit longer, not watching porn, guys, that's important. It's important that you tune into yourself and to the sensations, and not actually get horny because of all the things that are happening in your mind, or fantasizing or watching porn, but really to start learning the sensations that you have by touching yourself and your cock. So that's the most important thing. And if you come in the end or not, fine. In the end, that's not too big of an issue at first. Let's just see first if you can start enjoying touching yourself. And why is this so important? What I've realized, what I've experienced myself years ago, and what I see around me, is that guys especially are so numbed by, well, not only by the porn they watch, or the living in the fantasy while having sex with the lights off, but also the way they almost abuse their cocks. It's really almost like putting your hand around and just like jamming it against your body, just like that. And it really sort of desensitizes your cock in a way, and it's a really big shame. And you have to trust me on this. As soon as you start to learn to touch yourself in a way, different way, take your time, not be so goal-oriented, focused of coming, things will change dramatically, and sex will actually become better, masturbation will become nicer, and when you do have sex with your partner or with a woman, if I say a woman, I just mean, you know, I don't know, maybe it can be anything, it can be a partner, it can be a one-night stand, it can also be your gay lover, it doesn't really matter. Just with someone else you will feel the connection will be much deeper. So what I would suggest you do is that you take some time for yourself, and if you want, for me that works very well, you can turn on some nice music. It doesn't have to be some really slow music. If you like drum and bass, please put on drum and bass, it doesn't matter, but something that you like to listen to. And if you have it, take some coconut oil or lube, or even olive oil will work, whatever is like that you can use on your body that feels nice. And just use it not just on your cock and your balls, but also maybe a little bit on the inside of your legs and your belly, and really start to touch yourself in whatever way you want. And maybe at first you think this is ridiculous, especially if you're used to watching porn, or jacking off in the toilet when you're like highly stressed, or you know, just being very focused. It feels maybe weird just to do that, but believe me, it is a first good step to learn to become more present with yourself. And if you want to be a really good lover and also enjoy a lot more of experience that you can have in sex, this is important. And then you can start playing also with your cock. And what I would like you to do is not to, as you would do normally, to basically get it like this and jam it in, but learn to really stroke outwards. So you can, even with your hand, just maybe grab your balls, or under that, like on where the perineum is, you can press some fingers against it, which even if you won't get horny from what you're doing, if you keep like stroking like this, if you press your fingers there, the blood flow out of your penis, you will stop that, but the flow in will still come. So what you will actually get, you will get a hard or a little bit harder cock to play with. So it feels nicer for you as well. If you don't do that, a limp or a flaccid, how do you speak it? How do you pronounce it in English? Anyway, a not hard cock is good as well. It doesn't really matter. Sooner or later, I hope for you, especially if you keep doing this practice, it will be as nice if it's hard or it's soft. It really doesn't matter. And then just start playing with it, start really feeling. And the whole idea of this is not so much that you get super horny, because you will not get super horny, because this is the first time you do this, but it's that you really start tuning into the sensations that you have on your penis when you touch it. You can keep the foreskin down and really touch the head of the cock. You can put the skin over it, and you can just like grab it hard or soft, stroke outwards, whatever you try, squeeze a little bit, do it and really try to feel as deep as you can. And this will make a big difference if you keep doing it. It will teach you how to be present with yourself, with your cock. I keep saying the same things over and over, but I think it's important. It will help you to create more presence in this moment for yourself and for the sensations. And at the end of the line, guys, if you keep doing this practice, and you can do this practice also at a certain point when you're with your woman, then you will still feel what's there to feel, not because you want to come, you want to ejaculate, no, just because you want to feel what there is to feel with your cock inside of the pussy or whatever. And at a certain point your cock will become so sensitive that you will really start to tune in with your cock in the woman's pussy, and you will feel what she's feeling through your own cock in your own body. And when you get to that point, you know you're well aligned with each other, and magic really starts to happen. So, but that's down the line. The first thing is try to learn to enjoy the sensations just purely for the sensations. It's almost like, you know, if you do this, it can feel nice. If you do this, you know, you feel with your fingertips how it feels. If you grab a pillow, you can feel how a pillow feels. If you grab whatever this thing is, you grab this, you can feel how this feels. And they're all different sensations. Well, try to feel that also when you touch with your fingers, your cock from the point of your fingers, but also the other way around. Try to feel from basically inside your cock how your fingers feel on your cock. And not just your cock, as I said before, you can also just touch your belly and the inside of your legs, and yeah, just give yourself a little bit of a massage. And if this is a big challenge for you and you think like, oh, this is ridiculous, that's fine. You don't have to do it for hours on end. I can do it for hours on end because I just like the sensation. It's really relaxing. Especially if you do get aroused at a certain point and you like it, then you go a little bit faster, and you maybe you do decide at a certain point that you do want to ejaculate. You will feel that it will feel differently, and if you decide not to ejaculate and you do have all this arousal in your body and you decide to stop, just notice what happens during the day because of you not ejaculating. See if you can feel this energy when you go to work, when you go out for dinner, when you have to do creative stuff. See if you can feel the higher level of energy that you have just because you decided not to ejaculate. So that's it for now. Give it a shot. If you have any more questions, you can always ask them down here. And if you want to read more about the art of sex and interested in courses maybe with your partner, check out ultimatelovers.com and give me a thumbs up for this video, and I'll see you next time.